So this is just a quick video on how to fix the screen in your Nissan Leaf, the Mark 1, or in this case the eNV200 van, or the 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 van with the extra seats. Basically it's this tilting screen that has been around quite a while. I believe it's a Clarion system, but after a while the right hand side of the screen refuses to work, which is really annoying. But if you press the left hand side, it does work. But if you want to press the right hand side, nothing. So if you want to buy a complete unit from Nissan, I think it's several £100 to take the whole unit out and replace it. I've seen screens on eBay for about £45 plus postage. But good old internet had this from China via a company in 𝐃𝐒ville, Leicestershire. This cost me £9.12. So this is a brand new screen that fits over the top of the graphics that you can see. So £9.12 plus I bought myself a decent watch repairer's screwdriver set. This cost me £6.95 from my local factors. So let's see, for the princely sum of around £15, I can fix this screen in my eNV200. But say, it's the same unit that's in the Mark 1 Japanese Leaf and also the UK built Sunderland Leaf, the 24 and the 30 kilowatt hour. So let's see how we get on. So when you're in the car and it's turned off, just press the open button. And now there's no power going to this, and we can start to remove the screen. So this screw, as many other people have said, is just stuck fast. I've tried everything to get it out, soaked it in WD-40, and the only option now is to drill it out carefully. And what you do then is you pull back this little clip, and then the ribbon pops out. There we go. Next is undo these screws here on both sides. So with both screws out, you can now remove it from the tracks and tilt it slightly. There we go, and out it comes. Great stuff. So this is what we're left with, and I'm going to leave in the van on here. I've got the two screws that hold the screen that I've just taken out, and one of the two screws that held the backing plate, and the other one I drilled out. So what I've got here is 5 screws, 1, 2, 3, and on the other side 4, 5. Remove these. The next is undo the 4 screws that hold the backing plate on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take those screws out. There's the backing plate. And then just ease the plastic trim away from the backing plate and just tilt it back, making sure you don't disturb that ribbon which controls the tilt open knob and the day and night knob on the front of the screen. So on the back you'll see 2 ribbons. That's the ribbon for the knobs on the front of the faceplate, and this is the ribbon for the screen. So you slide back this little plastic tab, probably do it with your finger now, and then the ribbon will basically come out, and that's the screen ribbon released. So here's the new screen, and it's got some protective film on it as well, which will take off now. There's a bit on the back, there's a bit on the front. Obviously don't handle that bit. Now the old one, as you can see, the new one has got to fit on top. You can see which way the ribbon has got to be. So the old one just unclips from the old bit and the ribbon pulls out. I just make a note of the wiggly bit of the ribbon because we've got to mimic that with the new one. So I'm going to place this on top of the screen and then feed the ribbon back underneath, ready to pop back in that circuit board, like so, and then we'll flip it over. So there's the new ribbon popping up. So I just want to pop that inside that connection that we unclipped. Make sure it's all the way in, and then clip back that white clip to hold it. And then what you've got to do is just make sure this ribbon goes underneath the circuit board. And then what we can do is, again, carefully just clip the whole unit back in around the black frame that we unclipped it from before. Might have to just ease up the plastic bracket slightly. There we go. Click in. There we go. And again, I think just make sure that stays behind the circuit board. And let's pop the screws back in. Put these two screws back in at the bottom of the screen. And don't forget, there's 3 screws at the top of the screen. Remembering that the middle one is slightly longer. So make sure you don't get the wrong screw in the wrong hole. And then finally get the 4 screws and put them back in the metal backing plate. Right then, let's get it back in the van. So the backing plate has got to go back on when this is back in the head unit. Obviously that's got to fit over there. And where I had to drill off the head of that screw because that was not coming out, I've still got that 1 screw. But just to be doubly sure, got a bit of good old duct tape to stick over there just to make sure that's secure when it's in the unit. So putting it back in is a reversal of how we took it out. So you've got some channels where those lugs will slot into. There we go. And then it's a question of just putting those screws back in and the screw the other side. And making sure the ribbon goes back in that place there, which you can do with 2 hands, so you know you get the idea, and then put that little clip back to hold the ribbon in place. So that's it screwed back in. It's nice and secure, but being a bit of belt and braces, I'm just going to stick some good old duct tape on there just to make sure that doesn't come adrift. So now that's in, let's see if the screen works retracting. Oh, looks good so far. Right then, let's go for a moment of truth, folks, and turn the car on. So, moment of truth. Will the screen work? Oh, so far so good. Remember, it was the right hand side that didn't work. Let's go to menu. Let's see if we get information which never worked before. Oh yes! Oh, even the back button never used to work. There we go. Ah, brilliant. What a result. Now I'll put a description, a link in the description for where I bought this new touch sensitive screen from. And have a go yourself. Thanks for watching. See you next time.